Hi, I'm Corey Weatherton. I'm Director of Product Development for Entegra Coach, and I'm excited to show you today the brand new 2024 Entegra Coach Emblem. And I know when we're inside this coach, you're going to wonder what the floor plan is because it's an incredible floor plan. It's one of our best-selling floor plans. This is the 36U floor plan. So the Entegra Coach Emblem 36U. What I want to do today is just briefly talk through with you what makes an emblem an emblem. Here at Entegra Coach, we do make 3 different levels of gas Class A's. We have our Vision, we have our Vision XL, and we have our Emblem. Our Emblem is our fully loaded top-of-the-line gas Class A built on the F53 chassis. Now, first of all, I want to point out this is on a 24,000-pound chassis. So it is one of the largest that we can buy as a motorhome manufacturer. The reason I point that out is because our goal is to be the quietest riding, best handling motorhome at each price point. And so we start off with the foundation. The foundation is a 24,000-pound chassis. It's going to be a very solid ride going down the road as far as stability goes. You're not going to get a lot of rear end swinging around. You're not going to get a loose steering wheel. It's a 24,000-pound chassis, perfect for this coach. Now, as we're attempting to be the quietest riding, best handling coach at each price point, we do things that ensure us to be that. First of all, we do add the Easy Drive Elite system. That's going to be a proprietary to Entegra Coach. And so a couple of things that I want to point out as far as the Easy Drive Elite goes is 2 components. The rest of them you can see on our website. The first one is we do have Koni shocks on these. Koni FSD shock, so frequency selective dampening. So that FSD shock, it has dual valves on the inside. If I take a cloverleaf off the interstate, maybe too aggressively, I start to get a little bit of body roll. That shock will only allow one valve to open up and let just a little hydraulic fluid through so that it really gives you more stability as you're cornering. The second thing that shock does, which I think is incredible, you're going down the road, you hit that big pothole that you didn't expect to hit, both valves will open up and allow a lot of hydraulic fluid to go through to give you the comfort that you need. And so the Koni shocks are absolutely incredible. They're an expensive shock, but yet at the same time, we want to be the quietest riding, best handling coach, so we install those. Second thing that we're doing on this coach that I want to point out is we're putting a Bilstein steering stabilizer bar on the front end. So what that does, the F53, it's a great chassis, but it's kind of notorious for a lot of steering wheel play. And so you get 500 miles down the road and you feel like you've been driving 800 miles, 900 miles. And so what we've done is added that steering stabilizer, and it takes a lot of play out of that steering wheel. So you're not always overcorrecting, but it is just a straight drive for you. So both of those features, they will help you out immensely going down the road. And I want to make sure I pointed those out as we started this. Next thing I want to point out is our massive windshield. It's a 120-inch diagonal windshield. It's the largest in the industry. As you see an emblem sitting beside one of our competitors on a dealership's lot, you're going to notice right away that that windshield is just large. The great thing about that windshield is you get that high-def experience going down the road. I could be sitting back in the dinette while some other folks are driving, and we're heading towards the Rocky Mountains, and I can just see them as clear as day, just perfect. But while that is a great benefit of that windshield, I think an even better benefit is we've reduced a lot of blind spots. So as a result, in your everyday driving, as you're at the gas station filling up or you're at the RV park, any obstacle is a lot easier to see simply because of our large windshield. And so I always like to point that out because safety is a big deal to us here at Entegra Coach. Going along with safety, we put a seatbelt in every seating place. And so in our rear-facing dinette and in our front-facing dinette. In fact, in our front-facing dinette, we also have car seat tethers in there for you. If you're going to be taking small children along, still in car seats, we know that's important to you, so we've included that too for you. Now, this is a big coach. It's a long coach. And so still on the safety thing, we do have side cameras and a rear backup camera. The side cameras are activated when I turn on my turn signal, so I can clearly see what's in my lane. Is anybody sneaking up on me? Is it safe to go? And so we've added that simply because we want you to feel as comfortable as possible driving this coach, because quite honestly, if you're not comfortable driving it, it's going to stay parked in your driveway, and then as you take a trip out east, you'd be staying in a hotel. And it doesn't matter what your income level is, this coach is costly. And so as a result, we want you to use it as much as possible. And so we've added safety features for you to make you comfortable as you're driving it. As we come back down the coach, you're going to see a beautiful paint scheme on this. We are using Sickens paint. Beautiful thing about that Sani-Con paint, it's a high-end paint. It costs us more than, say, another supplier would, another brand would. But the great thing about this is you will not see the spider cracking that oftentimes you see in paint as it ages. And so your car at home, if you are notorious for keeping the cleanest car, waxing it, washing it regularly, in 10 years from now, this paint scheme will look as good as your car paint scheme does, simply because of the paint that we're using. 2+3, what does that mean? It is the longest warranty in the industry. Every other manufacturer has a standard 1-year limited warranty. We give you a 2-year warranty. We want you to know that we are very confident in this coach that we've built for you. And quite frankly, if we would lose money, we would only do a 1-year warranty like everybody else. But we build a solid coach. We give you 2 years peace of mind that this is a coach that is built well and designed well. In fact, our front overhead bunks are rated at 750 pounds. The industry average is about 400 to 450. And so small things like that, it does add up to us being able to do a 2-year warranty. The 3 is simply a structural. It's not 2+3 = 5. It's 2 and then running simultaneously is 3. And so that is the structural aspect. That 2-year warranty is limited. It's limited by 24,000 miles and then also customer neglect. Since we're at the door, what I do want to point out is we've installed a new door for this model year. This door, in my opinion, is quite awesome. And the reason I say that is because the age-old problem that you as a camper have is that if I have my blinds in this door and I want to close my blinds, I have to somehow come outside of the coach, shut my screen door, close my blind, go back inside. Well, the nice thing about this is that while I'm inside the coach, I can actually grab a hold of my blind and close off my door. And so we have heard your request, your cries for help. Can somebody please create a screen door, a door system that we don't always have to open the screen door to close that? We've done that for you. So we're excited about that. It's also a very durable door. It is actually thicker than the doors we were putting in previously. And so that's another thing. We knew there was better quality out there. It had just been released, and so we jumped on board with it. Absolutely incredible. As we come down the coach, you will see the frameless windows. You will see entertainment center behind here. It will have a radio. I have 2 speakers and also a large 40-inch television there. What I love about gas Class A's is just the amount of storage they have. Gas A's compared to your Class C's, there is a ton of storage. And if you're oftentimes folks who are going from potentially a 5th wheel to a motorhome, they recognize, motorhomes, they just don't have a lot of storage. Well, gas Class A's, specifically our gas Class A's, have a lot. As you're going to notice here, we have 2 complete pass-throughs, the width of the door, and then also pass-through up and down the coach. And so that's unique because on our Vision XL, we're using rotocast compartments. There is a saddle that you can slide stuff through, but on our emblems, we've actually made pass-through up and down the coach. And so this has a lot of cargo carrying capacity as far as pounds, but it also has a lot of cargo carrying capacity as far as cubic volume goes. And so wanted to point that out to you, that we have given you really the most storage in the industry, and it's abundant. And so you're not going to have a hard time finding a place for everything. You will notice on this 36U floor plan, we do have a long awning. It is obstructed and it ends right here. It would have been obstructed if we went the full way because we do have a bed slide here. And so this 36U, we have a bed slide on the camp side. And so we've given you a long enough awning to be able to comfortably sit underneath it in a picnic table and just enjoy the campsite. On the roof of the coach, things you're not going to be able to see, we have 200 watts of solar up there, as well as a WineGuard 2.0 Connect Wi-Fi range extender and also 4G LTE hotspot. Great thing about that Wi-Fi range extender is that it's free for you to use. You can be sitting in a parking lot and there's a local fast food restaurant that maybe has a weak signal. It'll grab that signal, amplify it, and then you'll have a hotspot inside. Or you can use a paid feature, which is the 4G LTE hotspot, so you can have a mobile office going down the road. Now, all the televisions on this coach are smart, and so if you do use that 4G LTE hotspot, you can be streaming going down the road watching anything you want to watch. So that's on the roof. Obviously, we have skylights up there, air conditioners. It is prepped for satellite. Now, we don't offer that because really it's a low enough take rate. It's not worth our time to offer that as an option. But your local dealership would be able to install satellite for you because we have prepped it. This unit does have a 10-gallon gas electric water heater. Great thing about that water heater is it has been around for a long time. One of the things that really helps that 2+3 warranty is not us rolling the dice on new technology that may fail and fail you and fail us. And so that 10-gallon gas electric hot water heater, when you're camping, it's a lot of hot water. But I can use both propane and electric at the same time, both elements, and that will replenish itself about 3 times in an hour. So almost 30 gallons of hot water in an hour. Camping is very excessive. And so we've given that to you just because we know it's very reliable. On the rear of the coach, we have the backup camera. We've got a full fiberglass rear cap, primarily for aesthetic looks. And then also, as I mentioned, just this beautiful paint scheme. So this is the outside of the emblem. Let's go inside the Entegra Coach emblem and check it out. Alrighty, so we're inside the 36U Entegra Coach emblem. And as I said, this is a great floor plan. Feels very residential. I want to start off out up here in the front of the coach and talk about some of the features up here. But then also we'll eventually turn around and I'll show you the back half of the coach. First of all, this front overhead bunk. I point this out because it's important for you to know. This is an option. It doesn't come standard. You can save some money by not getting this, ordering this. But at the same time, I would encourage you, unless you plan on keeping this for the remainder of your lifetime, I would encourage you to order a front overhead bunk simply because it is a desirable feature. Within the gas Class A's that we build, probably about 98% of them are built with this because it's that desirable. So even if you think you'll never use it, I would encourage you to go ahead and order it with that front overhead bunk. Now there is storage room up here. If you're not going to use it, you could pull this mattress out. As I mentioned, this will hold 750 pounds, and so you could have extra storage up there if you wanted to. The front of the coach, we are giving you, since this is a higher end product for us, we're giving you a nice Pioneer head unit. That is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Great thing about that is it's large enough that I don't need to keep looking at my phone. I can just project it onto my screen, get all my directions going down the road. We do have front shades in this coach. Your sides are going to be manual, and then your front is a power shade. So that's nice so that that front power shade acts as your sun visor as you're going down the road. As I mentioned, largest windshield in the industry. A lot of sun can come through, and so that front shade will act like a visor. So both the seats do swivel. The awesome thing about gas Class A's is that the front seats swivel, and because this front bunk is up overhead, it feels like I'm part of the living area. So both of these seats will swivel. We give you a cockpit table that you'll be able to put your drinks on. You can put books on, really anything you want, and be part of the conversation that happens in the back of the coach. This whole unit is controlled by a Firefly system. So what's a Firefly system? It's a digital touchscreen, and depending on the floor plan, it'll, in our gas Class A's, it'll normally be back by the bathroom. On this floor plan, the best place for it was on the side right here, so that as you enter the coach, you can control all of your lights, you can control your HVAC system. Cool thing about the Firefly system is I can download an app to my phone. I can be out at my campfire. Starting to get chilly out, I can turn on my heating and cooling from the campfire. I can turn on lights. If Junior needs to go into the bathroom, I can turn on specific lights so that he can get his way into the bathroom. But it is a great system. We've been using it on our high-end coaches for years, and it has slowly trickled down into our gas product as well. So great feature there. You will notice inside of this coach, all of our countertops, tabletops, end tables, they are all solid surface. So since this is more of our luxury version of a gas Class A, you're going to find higher amenities inside of this coach than what you would in the Vision or Vision XL. As I mentioned, you have child tethers, seat belts in every seating position. So in this coach, you could safely carry 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 people. So as you're going to tailgate, everybody has a seat belt. Everybody's safe. This table is an Entegra Coach exclusive. Nice thing about this table is it's very secure. I can put a Thanksgiving turkey on there. Don't have to worry about it dropping down a little bit. And then this also turns into a bed. In this coach, in the living area, you will find both night shades and then day shades. So you're not going to find that in a lot of coaches, but the day shades are great because they block a lot of the UV rays and then also the heat of the coach. It stays cooler on the inside because it is keeping heat outside. You'll notice as we come over here into the kitchen area, we do give you a convection microwave oven. So a convection microwave, if you've never used it, I can tell you that is an incredible thing. A lot of people don't realize this, but if you wanted to bake a loaf of bread, whether you're making it from scratch or you got a frozen ant, whoever that's in the freezer, your ant's not in the freezer, but the bread is, you can get it out, thaw, put it in there, and you can actually bake bread. You can make a Cornish game hen in there. You can warm up a pizza in there. Awesome thing about this is I can run it off my generator, I can run it off my shore power, and I'm not burning propane as a traditional oven would do. Traditional oven, as it burns propane, it's going to heat up the inside of the coach. This is not going to heat up the inside of the coach. And also, because we give you this, we also are able to give you a bank of drawers and storage underneath. The number one thing we hear from customers is we just want storage, we want storage, we want storage. And so we've given you a lot of storage inside of this coach. You'll notice as well, we have a 21 cubic foot residential refrigerator with ice and water in the door. That is a very large refrigerator, 21 cubic feet, probably the same size or bigger than what you have at home. If this is too big for you and you want something a little bit smaller, we do option a 15 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator. So that's new for this model year. So that's the front half of this coach. As I said, I think you will have fallen in love with it already. But if not, let me show you the back half and then I know you will. Alrighty, so we're in the back half of the coach, and as I mentioned, this is a great selling floor plan, and quite honestly, it's one of my favorites. It feels very residential. We have a nice television, 40-inch television. We have a sound bar in a motorhome. That's going to be uncommon. Oftentimes, you're used to motorhome sound being very tinny, very kind of cheap. This is a high end for us, and so we've given you this sound bar to amplify the sound for you as you're sitting over here on your sofa. But also, maybe you don't feel like sitting in a sofa. These are power, but we got power on both ends, and then in the center we've got a manual recline. So that's going to be your sofa area. As I said, super comfortable, very residential. Your fireplace, incredible. That can be auxiliary heat for you. Cool fall day, cool spring morning, you can turn that on. It's going to warm up your living area nicely. Or maybe you're in the dead of summer, it's hot as all get out, you want to have a campfire inside. Obviously, it's not wise to start a fire inside, so you just turn this on, and you can not have heat come out, but you can have the ambiance of the flames. And so a lot of folks love that. Talking about this area still, you will notice that we've not skimped on storage. We've got storage in this right above your fireplace. We've got overhead storage, a lot of storage in this coach, a bank of storage over your sofa. As we come back, we've got a nice pull-out pantry. As I mentioned, pull-out pantry. I'm not having to go armpit deep to grab my pork and beans. It actually comes out to me. And so a lot of pantry storage area here. As we go back, we're going to have a cabinet with just a deep, deep cabinet. Still reachable, but you could fold up blankets and put them in there. You could keep your puzzles in there. You can do anything in here that you want to do. That's the great thing about a motorhome. It's yours. Put in there whatever you want. I'm just saying you can put a lot of stuff in this one. As we look down, we do have a combo washer dryer in this unit. So frequently, if you're on a dealer's lot and you wonder, can I get a washer dryer in this? With Entegra Coach, anytime you see louvered vents on a door, you're going to know that, okay, a washer dryer could go in there. This is a combo washer dryer. What I love about combo washer dryers, I don't so much love that you can only put a couple things in there, lower quantity than what you do, say, on a stackable washer dryer. But what I do love about them is I can start a load in the morning and I can go out fishing for the day. And when I come home to my mobile home, my RV, everything is done. It is dry. It's ready for me to fold. And I don't have to worry about switching the laundry. So combo washer dryer, a great thing. I would encourage you to, if you do get this motorhome, I would encourage you to have that optioned in, simply because this is more an over-the-road, long-haul destination sort of thing versus the weekend warrior camper. Behind this door, you will see that we have a half bath here. The half bath, you're going to notice that we do have a bank of cabinet doors, a lot of storage in there for your beach towels, your normal towels. You can even store extra clothes in there if you wanted to. Nice size medicine cabinet, and then your lavatory sink, and then below that storage as well. And you'll notice that is actually our vintage linen. So we decided to break up the feel of the coach by our bathrooms being that vintage linen to give it a feeling of it is a separate room. Coming back into the bedroom area, you will notice that that there's a lot of storage in here. We have Wardrobes on both sides of the television. Some of you may not know this, but behind our television we have storage as well. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Some folks put safes up there. Great place for a safe, but now that everybody knows that, probably don't put your safe up there. Put up there anything but your safe. But the safe can go anywhere in here. We've got wardrobe, as I said, a lot of drawers, a ton of drawers, because as you're going on that 2-week, 3-week, 4-week trip, we want to make sure that there's room for all of your clothes in here, and that provides you with that amount of storage. Overhead, the bed, we do have a bank of cabinets there. There is a 120 volt outlet up there, as well as a grommet in the bottom of the cabinet that if you want to, you could plug in your tablet overhead, run your wire down below, and then be able to charge it while you're laying in bed watching your tablet, if you so choose not to use your television. Both sides of the bed, wireless charging, USB ports, and then on your nightstand, they are usable nightstands as well, so there's storage on the inside. An RV king-size bed. Coming back into the bathroom now. The bathroom, as I mentioned, it is that vintage linen, a nice porcelain toilet, more storage in here for towels, for extra toilet paper. So over here in the shower is just absolutely huge. The benefit of an Emblem over a Vision XL is simply, one of them is the size of the shower. As I mentioned, on the outside, you get your full body paint, you get your solid surfaces everywhere, you get the 24,000 pound chassis, you get so many things, but what you also get is a very large shower. And so these are the largest that we put in any of our motorhomes. And nice thing about this is there is a skylight overhead, so if you're a taller individual like myself, you can stand and not feel like you need to duck all the time. So great shower there. But this has been my pleasure to just show you this coach. As I mentioned, this is the 36U Entegra Coach Emblem. And I want to encourage you, if you have questions, contact your local dealer. If you don't know who your local dealer is, go to our website, Entegra Coach, and there is a dealer locator. Call your local dealer and ask them questions about this coach. But I want to encourage you, if you have more technical questions and you want to contact somebody who maybe knows a little bit more than what the dealer does, call us here at Entegra Coach and let us know what state you're from, and you'll be connected to one of our regional sales managers who's responsible for your state and your area of the country, and they would love to be able to answer any questions you have. But again, as I mentioned, my name is Corey Weatherton. I'm the Director of Product Development for Entegra Coach, and I thank you for taking time today to watch this video, and hopefully it's answered some of your questions, and we look forward to see you camping this fall in Entegra Coach.